Crystal Palace squares off against Burnley, and that's going to be an 11:30 a.m. Eastern kickoff. The Palace is the plus money favorite. They're plus $1.37. Totals 1.5 juice to the over. The draw is plus $2, and if you like Burnley to win this one, they're plus 230 for some money line cash. And following Saturday's sports wagering action, I'm 6-4 with a push in my last 11 dog of the day tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And that's a website where I sell really good sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. Now, the extra daily pick is another one of those packages that I sell, as I'm also 20-8 in my last 28 picks in that membership as well, and following Saturday's bets, of course, and that's good for 71% during that stretch. I also have a bunch of other different good memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. And if you just want to check out the website, maybe browse a little bit, check out my current record, it's located right on the home page. And the link for that site is in the description section below. That's patreon.com/BrockPage. Crystal Palace is coming off a 4-0 shutout loss to Liverpool in their last outing. They've also been one of the worst scoring teams in the league. Just 6 goals in their last 8 matches. They're also averaging only 0.90 goals per contest thus far in the season and rank 18th out of 20 teams in total goals scored. They're taking on a Burnley team who's coming off a 1-0 shutout victory over Watford. And as a matter of fact, this Burnley squad's only lost 1 out of their last 7 matches, and that includes a 3-0 shutout victory over Bournemouth during that span. They also played Tottenham to a very competitive 1-1 draw. When it comes to the scoring in this one, 2 out of Burnley's last 4 stayed under the total of 1.5 goals. Meanwhile, on the Crystal Palace side, they saw 4 out of their last 7 stay under that number themselves. Give me the underdog in this one. I like Burnley plus 230 and the under 1.5 in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick time out and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Monday's international soccer action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you once again that after Saturday's sports wagering action, I am 6-4 with a push in my last 11 dog of the day premium plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, that's a website where I sell really good sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. There's also a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. A lot of great variety there. And one of those packages is called the Extra Daily Pick Tier Membership. It's only $2.99 through the end of the month, and I'm currently hitting at 20-8 in my last 28 picks in that membership. That's good for 71% during that span. I strongly recommend you at least consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, like I said, we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that said, let's go ahead and move on into the Spanish La Liga, Spanish Premier League. I'm talking about Getafe taking on Real Sociedad, and that's going to be a 4 p.m. Eastern start time. Getafe is the plus money favorite. They're plus $1.55. Totals 1.5 juice to the over. The draw is plus 187, and if you like Society in an upset, they're plus 215 for some money line cash. Society's coming off a 1-0 shutout loss to Celta Vigo in their last outing. They've also lost their last 3 straight, scoring just 1 total goal in those trio of contests. Society's also been victorious in just 1 out of their last 6, averaging just 0.6 goals per contest during that stretch. They're taking on a Getafe squad who's currently in 5th place in Spanish La Liga with 49 total points. They've lost just 3 out of their last 12 league matches and garnered marquee victories over the likes of 8th place Valencia and 9th place Athletic during that span. Getafe's also played very sound on the defensive side of things this year. They rank 4th in total goals allowed and find themselves giving up less than 0.94 goals per contest on average. Now, total-wise, oddly enough, Getafe saw their last 2 straight get over the total of 1.5 goals. 3 out of their last 4 also got over that number. Meanwhile, Real Society saw 4 out of their last 5 get over the 1.5 themselves. Give me Getafe plus $1.55 in the over 1.5 in that contest. Next matchup, it is going to be in the Portuguese Primeira Liga. I'm talking about CD Aves taking on Morense, and that's going to be a noontime East. Morense is the $1.20 favorite, totals 2.5, juice to the under. The draw is plus 230, and if you like Aves to get the job done here, they're plus 350 for some money line cash. Aves lost 3-0 to Gil Vicente in their last outing. They also haven't scored a goal in their last 5 straight and find themselves winless in their last 9 straight contests. They were actually held scoreless in 7 out of those 9 matches. Needless to say, Aves is currently in last place out of 18 teams in the Portuguese Premier League. They've won just 4 out of 28 total matches on the season, and they also rank 14th in total goals scored. They're averaging just 0.82 goals per contest. Now, Aves also ranks dead last in total goals allowed on the season as well. They've given up 54 total goals on the year, and that's 10 more goals than the 17th ranked club in that category. They're taking on a Morense squad who's lost just 1 out of their last 10 themselves. Marquee wins over the likes of Gil Vicente, Santa Clara, 9th place Boavista, and along with a 2-0 victory over Maritimo as well. They also played 2nd place Benfica to a tough 1-1 draw during that stretch as well. Now, total-wise, Morense's last 2 straight got over the total of 1.5 goals. 11 out of their last 13 also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the Aves side, 9 out of their last 10 got over the 1.5 themselves. Give me Morense minus 120 and the over 1.5 in that contest. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Maritimo squaring off against Benfica. 1 p.m. Eastern kickoff. Benfica's minus 190. Totals 2.5 juice to the over. The draw is plus 335. And if you like Maritime to win it, they're plus 475 for an upset. And speaking of Maritimo, they're coming off a 3-2 loss to Portimonense in their last outing. They've also been victorious in just 1 out of their last 7. And that includes 3 shutout losses during that span. Maritime averaged less than a goal a game within their last 7 as well. They're currently in 16th place out of 18 total teams in Spanish La Liga, winning just 6 out of 28 contests. Maritime also ranks 11th in total goals scored. They're averaging just 0.96 goals per contest thus far in the season. Now, Benfica, on the other side, we're looking at a little bit different story there as they lost just 1 out of their last 7 league contests themselves. They're currently in 2nd place in the Portuguese Premier League, and they find themselves just 3 points behind 1st place Porto. All right, couple more things to add about Benfica here. They're 20-4 thus far in the season with only 4 draws. They also lead the league in total goals scored while ranking 2nd in total goals allowed. Really the total package here. They're giving up just 0.75 goals per contest. And when it comes to the scoring in this one, Benfica's last 3 straight got over the total of 2.5 goals. Meanwhile, Maritime saw their last 2 straight get over that number themselves. Give me Benfica winning this one outright for some pricey moneyline cash and the over 2.5 goals in that contest. All right, that's going to do it for me. Let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs real quick. And from our Patreon platform, shout out to Keaton Johnson, Ben McNames, Reggie Henderson, Galen Moore, Don Ledisic, Juan Mateo Arias, Jared Henderson, Jim Parrish, Daniel Wilson, and Joseph Victorian. Next, shout-outs from our Instagram platform. Got to give a shout-out to Pescara Calcio, Bubba Jonesy, Will Slade, Rafa Nieves, Robert Acosta, Alfred Cognac, Amanda Faring, Nick V, Kirthan Ravashankar, and Joanna Gelkova. And finally, from our YouTube platform, got to give a shout out to my man Bo Dunn, David Arango, Dependra Rajal, Stephen Lewis, Abe Lugo, Carnero Alnada, Anero RC, Jimmy Oliveira, Shermer Halwa, and last but certainly not least, gotta give a shout out to my man, Ronnie Weathers from the Windy City. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Sunday or Monday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.